article says the Catholic bishops are right to sue the federal government over refugee resettlement. Writing in the National Review Online, author Mary Fiorito says in part, quote, "The Catholic Church's mission is to assist legally admitted refugees is clear and convincing, even if the government will no longer continue to support that program financially. The people in the pews and people of goodwill should have no qualms." This comes as the Supreme Court temporarily paused an order from a lower court directing the White House to pay roughly $2 billion in foreign aid grants to nonprofit organizations. Numerous Catholic entities have been affected by the freeze, though the church was not involved with the suit at issue in the ruling. And for more, we turn now to Ashley McGuire, Senior Fellow at the Catholic Association, which has been following this story very closely. Ashley, great to be with you. Remind us again of the lawsuit filed by the U.S. bishops against the Trump administration, and where do things stand now?
Sure. So the bishops are suing over loss of funding for a program that they have partnered with the government, with the federal government, for 45 years. There's been a law in place that allows for nonprofits to work with them to help resettle refugees who have been vetted and are legally allowed to enter this country. The bishops have been working with them on that and lost that funding and are suing for restoration of that funding. My understanding is that a judge refused to grant an injunction, so they are now headed to arbitration, and there was a hearing today, so I think we'll find out more soon.
Yeah, that article by your colleague Mary Fiorito really makes an interesting point about the distinction between immigrants who arrive through the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program and, of course, those who come here illegally. Let's talk more about that.
Yeah, I think this is a very important distinction because what's at issue and what's at stake in this lawsuit is the bishops, through Catholic Charities, work helping to resettle refugees who are here legally. The federal government has said you can be here, and they're asking for help. There's numerous other nonprofits that help them do that work to resettle those refugees with stability and with dignity. It's a really worthwhile program, and unfortunately, there's just a lot of misunderstandings about what that entails, but those are the facts.
Yeah. Ashley, how do you see this all playing out? And are there areas where the USCCB and the Trump administration can really come together and have an agreement?
Absolutely. I mean, really, there's a lot of alignment. I just came from the National Catholic Prayer Breakfast this morning where you had the vice president saying we're going to be the biggest defenders of religious liberty, and the bishops have been staunch defenders of religious liberty. There's the issue of the sanctity of life. I mean, the Trump administration has reiterated again and again that they stand for that and they're going to advance those sorts of policies. And also, this is an administration that has said the prioritization of families is something that's central. And again, you know, the Catholic Church is, I think, the greatest defender of the rights of families. So there certainly is a lot of alignment, and my hope is that that we'll have more, not less of that.
Ashley, thank you so much for weighing in. We appreciate it. God bless.
Thank you.